running along here, and it just hit me. I did it! Some of it was like wheeler trails, some of it was single track, some of it was following the creek, some of it was the dry bottom creek, some of it was just flat being lost and figuring out that's not the way to go. My GoPro's dying and my watch shut itself off. Been out here a long time today. Now we're going but the turkey ran that osprey off with its tail between its legs. That was amazing. And yeah, I know I could have used GPS and all that, but what's the fun of that? Woo! I've been at this training run for a little over 7 miles, probably 1,000-foot vert. And this is a little game I play with myself. I often run in this area, lots and lots and lots of trails, but there's only a little bit of water, and I know the water's here because I discovered it when I came from the other side. I discovered an area that I named 1 Mile Creek because only about a mile of it had water. The creek is actually called Box Elder Creek, I believe. Is it a bad sign if the buzzards are hovering over you when you're out running and you're 71 years old? I don't know if the buzzards will show up, but they are kind of hovering over. At any rate, I drift when I get out here. One of my missions, and I never have accomplished it, is to take from where I park my truck 7.5 miles that way to get to here and figure out how this part of the creek connects with what I call 1 Mile Creek, and then if I still have the energy, get all the way up to the highway and then turn around and go back. So that'd be a great training run for the Black Hills Ultra 50 and of course the Barkley Fall Classic. So I've only been to this spot once before. I'm glad I remembered how to get here today. I've tried lately in the last 2 weeks to get here and I get sidetracked. I see all these really cool single track trails and away I go, and they always push me away from here. So today we're here and it's really awesome, and as soon as I cross this creek I'll be on ground I've never been on before. So let's get over there and see if we possibly can connect to the area. It gives me something to work for, entertain my brain when I'm out here training. Really a neat canyon, really cool. Check this out here. A lot of fun. All right, I always like it when I find a place I've never been. This is pretty cool. Whoa, I have to take a little swim here if I don't be careful. Nice and deep in there. That'd be a pretty big boulder. What a cool area. Kind of hard to not stop and take a minute and check it out. Don't know if I'll connect or not, but I'm having fun trying. So I'm gonna have to go over here and go a little commando, I think. Oh, there's my vultures again, waiting for me to tip over. I got sort of a trail here, not bad. I think it's going in the right direction. Of course, it is going in the right direction because it's going where I'm at. And I'm really fortunate to be where I'm at, to be able to do these things, to live where I live, to have my health be what it is. I'm just a really lucky person to be able to do this and to live here. One of my favorite things to do is what I'm doing right now. I'm somewhere in my own backyard, basically, that I've never ever been before. Great fun. And we're gonna figure our way. Oh, there's a trail on the other side. We'll get through there. Nice. Might be some good fish in there. Who knows? Might be getting close to my destination, which is 1 Mile Creek. I'm not sure, but the reason I suspect that I am is the creek is now dried up down here, and that's why I named that place 1 Mile Creek, because there's only water for about 1 mile. And who knows if I'm heading in the right direction. Only one way to find out, and that's just to keep rolling. Down in the creek bottom, that's not my trail. No hill for a climber. We'll find it. We'll figure it out or not. Amazing country. Starting to feel like I'm Thomas Edison this. I'm figuring out another way to not make a light bulb. So I'm starting to doubt that I'm going the right direction. But since I'm going this direction, it's going to have to be the right direction for right now. Because now I get to figure out what's ahead of me and learn more about this area that I spend a lot of time in. I just never, ever quit finding new stuff. So let's just keep pushing forward, see what we find. Well, I think my suspicions were right. Back there where I crossed the water seemed to be flowing the wrong way. I should have maybe went the other way, and I think that's probably true based on coming upon this highway, which is probably Nemo Road. I don't know. Yeah, it probably is. I kind of remember this big white house on Nemo Road. Yeah, so what the next move is, we're going back to the water and see if we go the other way to find 1 Mile Creek, or just give on for another day. I keep trying. Here we go. Heading back to where I came from, and I had to detour just a little right here just because it's interesting. So here's where the creek is not, and right up here is where I find the water again. It goes underground right there, and just a few feet up this way we will have the creek. Got the camera off for a minute there. The bushwhacking got a little thick. So there's the creek right down there. Again. So now I have water, which is a good thing on a fairly warm day. It's amazing to me that all that water's running along and then just right back where I just filmed, it just disappears. Amazing. Woo! I'm back where I first found the water and crossed the creek, and I went that way, which is the wrong way. Well, they're never a wrong way when I'm back in here, because every time I go I find a new spot that I've never been. It's great to explore. But I went that way and that's the wrong way. Now, I got the funny feeling that I have to go explore that. So that's the next move, is I'm going to head down there and see what happens. Because I'm feeling like 1 Mile Creek is over that direction. Not exactly sure what I'm doing, of course, but we are doing. So you guys are okay. Just want to get you on film is all. That's all. Boy, you guys going to get a workout in. This is a pretty good place to do it. I think I'll jump the creek and see what's going on over there. Not gonna hurt you any. I'm just crossing the creek. You guys just carry on. You have a nice place here. Yeah, what a place. Great, there's a trail over here. Let's see what happens. Well, as often happens with me, there's no trail. I think the creek's going to be my trail for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Looks like there might be some kind of trail over there. Let's take a shot at that. That trail didn't pan out very much. Kind of put me right back here. Let's see what we can find up here. I'm coming in from a different direction, but one other time I came in from that direction and got to there and turned around. So now I'm coming from this way. Still, this isn't where I'm trying to get to, but this ain't a bad place to be. That's for sure. Looks like somebody had a turkey dinner. Figured I better get some water because right around the corner the creek disappears again. Just took some time out to resupply my water, and this is why I'm going here. Not sure if there's going to be water. You never know where I'll end up. So now I'm got a good supply of water, and here's our creek again. No creek. So I'm going to go this way and see what's going on, which will be new territory for me. I always like that. Here we go. A little bit of a mood swing. I broke my little tripod for this GoPro back there a ways, but in a perfect day, that little bit ain't gonna get me down. I was kind of off trail back there, trying to follow the creek, couldn't find any trail. Now I just found this resemblance of the trail, so I'm gonna follow it. I think I'm getting close. These swallows are not exactly used to company, I take it. Forward, I think what I call 1 Mile Creek is up here. We'll see if I get there today. Well, this is kind of fun. Never been here before. Hoping to find even a game trail. This is sort of a, I don't know if it's a trail. It's what I'm doing for right now. Not making very good progress. Can't run very much. But hopefully it shows up here. It's worth it. Look how cool this area is. I'm in desperate need of some sort of a trail. This boulder ain't even running, it's just beating me up. That looks like it could have been a trail of some sort. Let's see if I can find another edge. Oh, there it is. I think it is. Here we go. This will be helpful if there's some sort of trail. Well, I made it to 1 Mile Creek, but it's 0 Mile Creek this year. There's no water here. I did plan on going uphill there for about 1.5 miles to the highway and then coming back, but since I detoured so much and I'm about 11 miles into this, I think I'll turn back. This, I made it. I finally connected the dots. I'm going to go back behind me here where the spring comes out of the mountain and see if there's water there. Certainly not any water here, but it was worth the journey. So I'm going to go back here about a quarter to half a mile and see if the spring is running out of the mountain. Well, after turning around and realizing that I am not where I thought I was, I turned around again, and I'm going to continue this way because I still don't think I got to 1 Mile Creek. Let's just keep plugging. After over 2 years of attempting to connect this route to 1 Mile Creek from south to north, I just did it. I know for sure right up here it's going to be 1 Mile Creek. Let me show you. Hallelujah. Yeah. 1 Mile Creek and the spring coming out of the mountain right there. I finally connected the dots. This is a really beautiful spot right here. Took me about 12 miles of fooling around today to get to here. Now I got to get back to my truck. All the different routes that I tried, I kept getting detoured on all these little single track trails, which pushed me away from here. Today I stayed on task pretty good. If you watch my video, you'll realize that I didn't completely stay on task because I didn't know exactly where to go. Now I got to go figure out exactly how to get back. But here the water is. The spring runs out of the mountain there, and about 1 mile up the stream, it's coming out of the ground up there too. And 1 mile up a ways, it's dry. And if you've been watching the video, you know that right down here pretty soon it's dry. But that, I bet you can drink that water right straight out of the mountain there. Okay, turnaround time. Now I got to get some exercise, work on my skills for the Black Hills Ultra and of course the Barkley Fall Classic. Let's go back. Running along here, and it just hit me. I did it! I made it from north to south through my area that always sends me into the abyss. And I figured out a way to get there. Some of it was like wheeler trails, some of it was single track, some of it was following the creek, some of it was the dry bottom creek. Some of it was just flat being lost and figuring out that's not the way to go. But the fun part is I've enjoyed the journey. I've tried to do this several times, and oftentimes I get detoured and don't end up there. Finally did it. It's not exactly a well-marked trail. And yeah, I know I could have used GPS and all that. But what's the fun of that? Let's just go out, look around, get lost, see where we end up. Been plugging along, getting back. I'm back to the water again. Now I know that I'm a little over 7 miles from the truck, and I'm gonna go uphill a bunch, and hopefully my battery holds up so I can tell you how that goes. But if it doesn't hold up, this was a great day. I found the water. Now we're going wish I would have had the camera on right there. Of course I never do. Never seen anything like that. I saw a ruckus over here in the grass next to me, and a turkey was running, like fighting with an osprey, and it run the osprey off. So I assumed the osprey was trying to get some of the turkey's babies, but the turkey ran that osprey off with its tail between its legs. That was amazing. Back at the truck, I'm out of gas. My GoPro died. My Garmin watch shut itself off. So I don't know how far or what I did today, but I do know that it was a good workout. And I found 1 Mile Creek, and I saw a turkey beat up on an osprey. And I know I went over 20 miles, and oh gosh, who knows, 2,000 to 3,000 foot vert. I don't know. Probably over 7 hours. Hard for me to understand that about a month from now I gotta do a similar thing for 14 hours. Okay, that's why we train. Thanks for watching. If you're the one person that watched all the way to the end, for that, we thank you.